Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Richard N. back for your third and final video blog of the night for Sunday, February 7th, 2016, around 7:18 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's dark out now, clouding up, and tomorrow morning, this is going to fall snowflakes, and it's going to be heavy duty. Some places in the Merrimack Valley, 6 to 10 inches, but this probably be updated. Winter storm warning in effect for eastern Massachusetts, and some places on the coast could get a blizzard and more than a foot of snow. Payback time from all the warm weather we have and lack of snow for the first 6 weeks of winter. One little news item to report before my third and final video blog subject of the night. Boston Bruins goaltender prospect Malcolm Subban is in the hospital. He is stable condition. He suffered a fractured larynx last night when he got hit with a puck during warm-ups in an AHL game. So prayers to him. Hopefully he makes speedy recovery. Super Bowl 50 is being played right now. Cannot talk about the score because I don't do updates for score games in progress. But tomorrow I'll tell you who wins and who loses. And that's about it on news. My third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is former Major League Baseball player, that late, great Dave Henderson, who played outfield for 14 seasons in the big leagues. He's known to Red Sox Nation for hitting Game 5 home run off of Donnie Moore in the 9th inning. The Red Sox were down to the final strike in the ALCS against the California Angels. He brought the Red Sox back to life, and they overcame a 3-1 deficit to win the ALCS. He would have been a big folk hero in Boston if something did not happen in 1986 World Series. We'll talk about that later. Dave was born in Merced, California, and he grew up in nearby Palace. And he was a high school baseball player and football player. He was so good in high school for football and baseball that his high school retired his number 42 for football and 22 for baseball. And Dave was drafted in 1977 by the Seattle Mariners, the first round, 26 overall pick. And Dave spent 4 seasons in the minor leagues for the Seattle Mariners as an outfielder. He made his debut on April 9th, 1981, spending the first 6 years of his major league career with the Seattle Mariners as an outfielder. He was a decent outfielder, and he was quality there. He didn't hit too much for power and stuff. He was just like a everyday big league ball player. And in 1986, he got traded to the Boston Red Sox with Spike Owen at the trading deadline for Ray Quinones and Mike Trio and Mike Brown. And he hit a home run in Game 5 of the 1986 American League Championship Series against Donnie Moore. The Red Sox were down to their last strike, and this was an awesome home run, one of the most famous home runs in Red Sox history. Red Sox overcame a 3-1 deficit to win the ALCS, and Donnie Moore, the closer for the California Angels, was insane. After that home run, he dropped out of the big leagues a couple of years later and committed suicide in 1989. And anyway, Dave Henderson hit another home run that could have been famous. Game 6 of the 1986 World Series in the 10th inning, and it would have been the most famous home run in Red Sox history. But that game had Bill Buckner's ball go through his legs, and that was history. 1987, Dave Henderson was like a part-time player for the Red Sox. He got traded to the San Francisco Giants at the trading deadline so he could played for the Giants, and then he spent the bulk of his good seasons with the Oakland A's in the outfield. He was part of 4 ALCS championships, 1 World Series championship, and 3 pennants. And he was very good at hitting the fastball. He had 4 seasons with 20 or more home runs, 6 seasons, 50 or more RBIs, 7 seasons he had 100 hits, 7 times he had 50 or more runs scored in a season, 8 times he hit 20 or more doubles. He only had one season of hitting 300 or more. And he made the All-Star team in 1991. That was his best year in 1991. 1992, Dave blew out his knees. He only appeared in about a handful of games in 1992. Wasn't the same player. 1993, he had a decent comeback season. The A's didn't offer him a contract. He played his last year with the Kansas City Royals, and he retired after the 1994 season. His career stats were .258, 197 home runs, 708 RBIs, 1,324 hits, 710 runs scored, and 286 doubles. And he was on the Hall of Fame ballot in 2000, but he did not get enough votes, so he was removed. For many, many years, Dave Henderson worked for a color man on Seattle Mariners broadcast in radio and television for about 10 years. Then in 2011, he came back part-time to do games here and there, and he was going in for some surgery in 2015, December 2015, and then he passed away at the age of 57, which was very young for him. Dave Henderson had an average major league career. It wasn't Hall of Fame worthy. He was, he's a kind of a folk legend in Boston. He would have been more famous if the Red Sox won the 1986 World Series, but those things happen. And his home run in Game 5 of the 1986 World Series, probably one of the top 10 famous home runs in Red Sox history. That's about it on Dave Henderson, nicknamed Hendu. And that's about it on these video blogs for tonight. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Tomorrow, you're going to get the 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about the continuation of the top 100 matches in the history of professional wrestling. The next ones I'll cover is from 80 to 71. Second video blog about my take on the 2016 Pro Football Hall of Fame elections. The third and final video blog of the night, my personality profile. Tomorrow's personality profile is about the late great Boston DJ Dale Dorman, Uncle Dale, from WLVI TV's 56. And the next big project I'm going to be doing on my video blogs in the near future is about the top 67 players in the NHL since 1967. When the league expanded from 6 to 12, eventually to 30 teams. And also maybe there'll be a project for the greatest New York sports athletes of all time, but I'm going to be dividing them up to baseball, football, basketball, and hockey, because a top 10 list of all the sports athletes in New York sports history would be very tough, because there's so many teams that play in New York. I used to play in New York. And keep calm, everybody. I'm Julie when a guy. Molly was blood of WCCO Rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swensy's the best, and she's got nice legs as well. Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, and she's also got awesome legs. And in the words of Sean Legit, get out. Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Questions, comments, concerns, shout-outs, plugs, private message me. Will be shouted out and plugged. Don't forget, I'm on Google. I'm on Twitter. Follow me at Chewy7. And if you want to Skype me, type in my name, Rich Saraso, and we'll Skype and talk about anything. Good night. See you tomorrow. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+. Enjoy the Super Bowl.